Hi everybody, this is Joel Ort with Hobart Welding Products. Today we have a great fall project for you. We're going to be making a pumpkin, but instead of cutting it out of sheet metal, it's going to be displayed in front of our horse barn, so we are going to make it out of horseshoes just to kind of keep the theme the same. Well, you're going to need 9 horseshoes. They can really be of any size. The 9th one you're actually going to be cutting in half to use as the stem, and the other 8 can be, like I said, they can be any size. I happen to have a diamond Bronco number 1, but it can be anything you want. So the first thing that you need to do, or that I am doing, is I laid out a piece of angle iron here on the table so I can keep these first 2 straight and level with each other. And then if you can see, I left a gap in between them of about 3/16 of an inch. I'm going to show you in a later step why I did that, but what we need to do is tack weld these together, and then we will turn them vertical. I'm going to use this magnet you will see to hold them vertical on the table, and from there continue working our way around. So let's get started. Always read and follow all labels and the owner's manual. One thing I'd like to point out, if you notice that when I started out and had this flipped over, I had to make several tacks to bridge the gap there. You will need to do that. If you don't, you're going to wind up welding onto your table and sticking the horseshoes to the table. There's a couple marks on here, but that's okay. So with that done, we'll remove this, take our magnet, clean off any of the dust on the 2 surfaces. And then what we will do is one by one, I'm going to start out by that 90 degrees from this other pair that I started with. We'll weld at 90 degrees, and then I'll bring 2 more in on an angle and 2 on an angle, so we'll just kind of work our way around. Doesn't need to be perfect. So earlier we mentioned that 3/16 gap. I know it's a little hard to see, but the reason I did that was because after those first 2 are welded together and you continue to work your way around, the rest of them will have that gap in them. So I just thought it'd be nice to take the first 2, put that gap in there just like the rest will have, and it'll make it more even all the way around. Again, you don't have to do that, but it'll just make it look a little nicer when it's done. You're going to want to make sure you keep the bottom touching the table, and that each, I'll call it the point of the horseshoes, touching the bottom and the top, and everything will stay level then when you're done. Okay, we have basically, I guess you could say, the heart of the pumpkin done. Our next step is to take the piece for the stem and weld that on top. As you can see, it's basically about half, maybe just a little less than half of another one. You can cut it shorter, leave it longer, whatever you want to do. All right, now we are done. As you can see, it's a pretty neat, it's a nice, easy project. Working with horseshoes, there's a lot of ideas online other than just this pumpkin here. So go ahead and take a look and see what else you might want to build. But for more projects like these, please continue to watch our YouTube channel and hit subscribe.